Today's guest wears many hats. He is a fashion retail legend, a multi-award-winning adjunct professor at Olin School of Business and Washington University, and is an Amazon bestseller. He comes to introduce his second book titled Amy Unbound. It's the second book in a 5-book saga about a Jewish American family's fashion retailing empire and the impact it has on their relationships with each other. Welcome, Martin Snyder.
Well,
how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Yes.
Happy to be here.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about the series and this newest book.
Well, the Feldman family saga there are going to be 5 books. The first book, Shelf Life, was published last year, and as you pointed out, is an Amazon bestseller. And the follow-up book, the sequel, is Amy Unbound, which was just published last week. So, yes, it's the story of a family, as you noted, as in the fashion business. And I decided to write it because I thought so many changes had taken place in retailing over the past, from the year 1950 to the year 2000, that it would make an interesting backstory to find out what happened when everybody went down to Brandeis in downtown Omaha to shop.
Yeah.
And then by the end of that 50-year period, we had Mr. Jeff Bezos in his little shop on the internet.
Yes.
So lots have changed, and I thought against that backdrop, I would tell the story of a family with the ups and downs of the retail business and the fashion business.
Yeah, and so I guess, is that what inspires you to write, is just the history of fashion and retail?
Yeah, that was one of the things that that motivated me to write, or that was the subject of it. Wanted to write about. At first, I wanted to do a nonfiction version of it because I had taught it and I had lived it, but I decided that fiction would make more sense, and so did my wife, who was a PhD in literature. So she
that
said,
helps.
Well, I got lots of help.
Yeah.
Friendly and not so friendly encouragement.
Right. And then what can we expect for the next books? Do you have an idea?
Oh, yes. Well, the next book will chronicle the life of, or the story of their daughter. Amy and Josh are husband and wife, and book 2, Amy Unbound, is the story of their marriage and the struggle it has. And the third book will concentrate on their daughter, Allison, who is, in polite language, kind of a wild child. And she's up to some stuff, and so that's what book 3 is all about.
Okay, great. And so it spans over then decades.
Decades. In
generations.
fact, it ends, the 5 stories end in 2020 with COVID.
Oh gosh, well that's a great way to stop it. Okay, great. And when can people can do a book signing, right? Tomorrow, a book signing?
Yes, I have a book signing at, I think it's called Bookworm.
Yes.
Yes, and it's at 6 o'clock, and it's further west than I ever lived in Omaha.
Right.
But it's out west, and I'm looking forward to that and meeting some people and old friends that I went to Central High with and things
fun.
like that.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you so much, Martin.